Page 4. Dealing with setbacks. This is a vital part of the recovery process. When you first start practicing recovery, you have some success and you do feel quite relaxed. You're starting to understand, maybe this is really true, it makes sense, the cycles of fear, how I catastrophize and misinterpret, the avoidance, yes I do that, safety behavior, and when I practice it's starting to work. The anxiety is reducing and you feel you're doing well. But because it's early days, you've still got a lot of anticipatory anxiety. You remember very carefully how you felt before and you don't want to feel that again. So you worry that it'll all go back to the way it was. And it's a very understandable fear. And then because you've got that anticipatory anxiety, you've still got a lot of low-level adrenaline. You're not completely sure about the practice, and you may experience more panic. And when you do, you feel it's worse than ever. Because you were doing so well and the panic's back. Oh no, this will never go away. I'm stuck with this. I'm no good at this. It's not working. So you misinterpret again, you catastrophize. So this is very normal, very common. Everyone goes through this, and it's an essential part of recovery because this is where you really get to learn about panic. So initially, you're practicing with your new understanding, your new skills, you're having some success, but you're not really totally there yet about being convinced that it really is just fight or flight and you can literally just let it happen and you're in no danger. There's still a lot of hope to do with the practice. So in order to really work through that, it's necessary that you do feel panic again. Because if you're doing quite well and yet you're still in the back of your mind thinking, I hope it never goes back to the way it was, that means there's still a lot of fear. Can you see that? So if you were sitting thinking, I feel quite good at the minute, but I just hope I never go back to that. That statement in itself shows that there's a lot of fear about panic. So you're not really completely knowing that it's just fight or flight. There's absolutely no reason to fear it whatsoever. If you're still fearing it, you still believe that it can be something serious. Okay, so it's important that you keep working with the anxiety, get convinced again, work with it again and again, practice with it, see what it is, and you become more and more convinced each time you work with it and each time you prove to yourself the reality of the situation and how your skills and your new information is accurate. So during a setback, we misinterpret and catastrophize in a slightly different way. And it's very helpful to identify, challenge, and change these distortions. So unhelpful thoughts, the misinterpretation and the catastrophization that happen with setbacks. You'll immediately think, I'm no good at this practice. I've been doing it now and I thought I was doing well. Now it's all back to square one, so obviously I'm no good at it. Just you misinterpret and you catastrophize. I mustn't understand this as well as other people because it said on that website that this helps so many people, 80-90% of people, and they all recover, but look, it didn't work for me. I'm back to square one. It's worse than ever. Maybe I'm just the exception. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'll not be able to recover. Other people can. I'm going to be the 10%, I've done all the practice and I'm just as bad as ever. Worse. I feel worse than ever. I should be better than by now. This is never going to go away. Maybe there is something else wrong with me. Maybe what I thought before it is something serious. There's something seriously wrong with me. I'm ill. I'm going insane. Can you see why those thoughts might come in? It's all just, thinking the worst because you felt you were doing so well, you suddenly felt panic again, and relatively speaking, you're comparing, doing quite well, suddenly panics back, and then it just feels worse than ever before. It's a very, very normal thing to feel. Now let's look at some rational responses. This is how you can restructure the unhelpful thoughts when you're going through a setback. This is very, very helpful. So setbacks are a normal and vital part of recovery. So just keep in mind everything I said about why it's important that we do experience setbacks. Because if we're doing well and we're thinking I'm going to be free of panic from now on, but I really hope it doesn't ever go back to the way it was. Can you see there's still a subtle fear of panic? And as long as that fear is there is the possibility that you'll get caught up in the cycle again. Just as this common mistake. So you need setbacks in order to practice again. Practice on that fear. Okay, well then here's the panic bag. I'll put it into practice again. Can I really deal with it? And the more you do that, then a few setbacks down the road, you're thinking, I'm okay now. Even if panic comes back, it's fine. I can deal with it. Can you see that that's a more powerful position to be in than saying, I hope it never comes back again? So setbacks are another chance to practice with the panic, which is what I need to do. Because obviously there's still some fear there, so I need to practice some more. Okay, makes sense. Everyone thinks these thoughts. It's normal, it's common, that's okay. This feels worse because I was doing so well. Okay, that makes sense. I was feeling great and I'm thinking I'm going to be free of panic. Suddenly it comes out of the blue again. It's just triggered me. It's just set me off. I'm thinking the worst. There's no need to do that. In fact, I've actually been reading that this is very common and it happens, so I'll just take it as part of the process. I may have many more setbacks. That's okay. If I do, I'm never in any danger. It's just fight or flight. Give me a chance to practice. No matter how bad I feel, it is still just adrenaline. It's okay. 2 steps forward, 1 step backward. At least I'm moving forward.